Konnichiwa, bitches. Action Figure Junkie. Back with you with another custom action figure made from Marauder Task Force parts and accessories. And yeah, bit of Hasbro thrown in for good measure. This is a new specialized custom that I came up with kind of out of nowhere. I was recently going back and reading G.I. Joe Real American Hero comics from #1 because I found them online to read. And I was inspired when they were introducing Snake Eyes' origin. So what I wanted to do is make an unmasked custom Snake Eyes. So here you go. Now, I know what you're thinking, dude, Junkie, how many Snake Eyes can you make? And I'll let you know when I'm done. Thanks for asking. I'll keep making them. That's just how that's gonna be. This one's different though, check it out. So if you are at all knowledgeable about the original Marvel Comics run of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Snake Eyes was one of the original 13 team members of the G.I. Joe squad in '82. And he was, always shown in a mask, full suit, full black suit, or, black, blue, whatever you want to call the ink that it was used. And as the series progressed, you kind of get to learn little bits and pieces about his origin and his history. And there was a great issue that kind of had the origin of how he came to the G.I. Joe team when Stalker and Hawk went to recruit him up in the mountains where he was just living in a cabin, chilling with his wolf. I mean, what kind of a badass keeps a friggin' timber wolf as a pet? This guy. So they recruited him and they bring him back to the G.I. Joe team, but there's never really a clear shot of his face. Now, this was even before he was scarred. He was actually scarred on their first mission, which was not G.I. Joe #1. Their first mission was previous to that, and he was scarred from a helicopter accident, and he lost his ability to speak as well. So I basically based this current modern updated version of that, on that kind of lore and that kind of story. So I used the Marauder Task Force regular t-shirt and pants body that they came out with recently, the Contract Ops body, and I gave him a black t-shirt and green pants. And then that piece de resistance, which is the Arashikage tattoo that he has on his forearm that he got after Vietnam, after he came back from Vietnam. I mean, this is all old school history. It's all been rewritten and retconned for the modern era, and that's fine. But some parts of the story still stay true. The fact that he's got a awesome Timberwolf as a pet, the fact that he's an awesome goddamn ninja, the fact that he's got a Ninja Clan tattoo on his arm, and the fact that he doesn't speak and that he's scarred. So I went with the hat pulled down low, and as you can see, I've done a little trick with my lighting so that you barely can see his face, and that's how that's going to be. Look at here, as he comes around again, let's see if we can zero in a little bit. Look at that. Dark, mysterious. That's kind of how he was really portrayed in the comic books for a long time. Even when he wasn't wearing his full-on Snake Eyes suit, you never got a clear, good look at his face, except for these back here. Let's take a look here. We got these right off of, these were directly from the comics. Now the one in the top right, that is when he was eventually unmasked, right before he went and had plastic surgery to try to fix his face. And I think that the one below is after the plastic surgery. This was in the 80s. I'm sure plastic surgery has come a long way since then, or reconstructive surgery as it were. But back then they couldn't quite fix him 100%, and he never did regain his power of speech, which is awesome. Snake Eyes should never talk. That's kind of what makes him what he is. So the head, I did a custom painting, added some scars to give it that realistic Snake Eyes effect. I'm not going to tell you what the head is. I don't really want to tell anybody. That's kind of my secret. If you can tell, if you can figure it out, message me, let me know. It might be kind of hard with the hat and the scars, but I'm just going to kind of keep that one my secret. And here's a hint. It is not a Duke head. I see so many custom Snake Eyes online, and everyone takes some random Duke head, and there have been dozens of Duke heads. I think you've heard, if you watched my video on my custom Duke, sorry the camera's shaking, I'm trying to get it nice and set. If you've heard my videos on my custom Duke, I have often said many times, why the hell is there so many versions of Duke's face, head, whatever? But this is not a Duke head. But that's a good idea because there's been so many heads of Duke heads, whatever, that you can have a Duke in your Joe-verse and then a scarred Duke as Snake Eyes, and they don't look anything alike! Anyway, this is not a Duke head. Can you tell who it is? We'll zoom in one more time real quick. Can you tell? Oh, it's so dark and mysterious. Those are some serious scars. I tried to make them as small as I could because, you know, they're face scars, but I still wanted to be able to see them. So there you go. That's my custom Snake Eyes. Please tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Tell me it's rad. Tell me it sucks. Like and subscribe. Do all those awesome things we're always asking you to do. Find me on all the socials. Find me on all the social internets. Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, wherever. You can find me anywhere. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys listening. And as always, in closing,